Welcome back to Banker Zone. See, exchange rate mechanism. See, what do you mean by cash or ready basis? See, whenever we are doing the Forex contract, at that time, we have some basis. That means how the deal will be settled, right? So first we will see what is a cash or ready basis. Cash or ready contract. See, in this case, settlement of the fund will take place on the same day. That is what the date of deal means simply. See, if the date of the deal is 15th February, then settlement will also take place on the 15th February itself. That means what? Same day. That means what? The same day. So when there is same day, it is called as the ready basis or the cash basis transaction. Right? That means what? When you entered into the contract and when that settlement has happened means what? The one day itself, the whole process got completed. Right? So the date of deal is same as the settlement date. It is nothing but the ready basis or the cash basis transaction. Now what is the TOM or the value next day contract? TOM stands for simply the tomorrow here. TOM stands for simply tomorrow. So meaning is very simple. So in this case, settlement takes place on the next working day. See, TOM means tomorrow. So obviously TOM means tomorrow means next working day of the date of the deal. So for example, see, if the deal happen on 15th of February and it is a Monday. Okay. Now settlement will take place on next working day. Right. So next means next simply tomorrow. So 16th February will be the settlement. That means what? You entered into the agreement on 15th and the deal is completed on 16th. That means what? Tomorrow. Tom means tomorrow or next day right? So simply Tom means tomorrow. So today you enter into the contract and tomorrow your deal is settled, right? So Monday you entered into the contract. Tuesday, there is a next day simply, there is a settlement, right? So when the date of the settlement is just next to the date of the deal, it is called as the Tom basis or the next day contract. Okay. Now see, here is one condition, simple. What? See, when you entered into the contract and when the settlement date is there, in that case, there must be the working day. So provided that the working day for the market in both the country. So see, on Monday you entered in contract, right? On 16th February, for example, you entered into the contract, say rupee and dollar. So two countries are involved, say India and the USA. So on 16th February, there must be the working day in India also and in the USA also, right? So if Tuesday, there is next working day, is a holiday in any of the two country, then settlement date will be next working day in the both country. That means what? When we have to do the final settlement, that day, settlement day must be the working day in both the country which are involved into the transaction. Right? So very simple. Cash means the same day, very simple, cash or ready basis. What is the Tom basis or next day? Simply the tomorrow means next day the settlement will be there. Okay. Now next is the spot basis. So what is the spot basis? See, in this deal, the settlement of the fund takes place on the second working day. What is the highlight here? Simply second working day after the date of the deal. For example, see, on 15th February, Monday, you entered into the contract. That is what? The date of deal. Now, settlement will happen second working day. That means what? 15th you entered, 16th is the first working day and 17th is the second working day, right? So 17th February will be the settlement date. Such a contract is called as the spot basis. So Monday you enter into the contract and day after tomorrow, Wednesday, there is a settlement. That is called as the spot basis. And in the maximum time, the deals are happening on spot basis only. Remember, that's why spot is very, very important, right? What is spot? Simply remember, second working day or simply in layman's term is the day after tomorrow. It is day after tomorrow, remember. Okay, however, it is very, very important to note that if there is a holiday, the next working day you have to count. Okay, so provided that all markets which are involved into the deal should work on 15th, 16th, 17th. That means, so obviously, if there is a working day in both the country, then only you are able to enter in the contract, right? So 15th, 16th and 17th, all continuous must be the working day, in both the country, right? So if not, then next working day in both the country need to consider as a date of settlement. Okay, so what is the crux here? Spot means simply what is the day after tomorrow or second working day. Working is very, very important. See, in Forex, it is in any deal, in Forex, in any deal, what is important that whenever you do the settlement, whenever you do enter into the deal, that must be the working day in both the country, right? So in case of spots, how many days are involved total? 3 days are involved. The date of deal, right? Then 1 day you have to pass. Then a day after that, the second working day, your settlement date, right? That means 3 continuous day must be the working day to recognize it as a spot. Otherwise, next working day will be the settlement will happen. Okay. Now, next is the forward contract. It is again very simple. Forward means, see, today you entered into the deal, and any day after the spot, the settlement is happening. It is called as the forward. Very simple. So, this is when the settlement takes place between on a future date, that is beyond spot date. So, that determine the day of deal is made. That means very simple. So, when you are settlement is happening, if it is beyond the spot date, it is called as the forward. That means in a long duration, more than a second working day. Very simple, right? So see, the exchange rates used for this purpose is called as the forward rate. So exchange rate used for a spot rate, it is a spot deal, it is called as spot rate, right? So forward deal, it is a forward rate. Now see, duration of the contract being computed from the spot value date at the time of transaction. For example, you will get idea. See, the deal of the date of the deal is say 15th February 2025. Settlement is happening on 20th of February, so it is far long, right? So it is the forward contract. So any day beyond the 17th of the beyond 17th of Feb will be treated as the forward contract. That is what beyond the spot, beyond the spot. Beyond the spot is simply the forward. Beyond the spot is simply the forward contract. Remember, spot means simply second working day, and forward means what? Beyond the spot, it is simply the forward contract, right? Now see, through example, you will get idea. See, which of the following is a wrong combination you have to identify. See, what is the cash basis? Means same. Cash means immediate. Cash is ready, right? Immediately. Now see, date of deal is 15th of November. It is a Wednesday. And delivery is happening on 15th of November itself on same day. So it is a cash basis or ready basis. So it is a true, right? Next, Tom. Tom means tomorrow, second or next working day, right? So 15th of November, the deal is happening on a Wednesday. On next day, that is 16th of November, Thursday, the deal got delivered. That is settlement date. So it is the next day. So Tom, it is also again correct. Next is the spot basis. What is spot means what? The day after tomorrow, right? Second working day. So see, 15th of November, Wednesday, the date of deal. And the 17th of November, it is a delivery date, say Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, 1 day passes. Day after tomorrow, Friday, right? So it is also the correct. Now next, see, in case of forward, what they have given? The date of deal is again same, 15th of November 2026. It is a Wednesday again. However, delivery date, they have mentioned any day after 15th of 11. So whether it is correct. So any day beyond 17th of 11/26 can be the forward, not the 15, right? So it is the wrong. So beyond the spot, it starts the forward, right? Beyond the spot, any date is the forward, right? So which you have to mark. So fourth you have to mark as the wrong combination. Okay. Now see, concept of a forward margin. See, whenever you do the deal in forward, that means what? Say for example, 1 month later, 2 months later. So obviously the purchaser and seller are involved. So either one should get benefit because more time is involved. So for that purpose, there is a concept of a premium and discount. Now see, what is the forward rates? See, they are derived from the spot rate. So obviously anything, any day beyond the spot is what we call it as a forward. So to derive the forward rate, we will use what is the basis? Spot. Always remember, for example, point of view, forward rate, we always calculate on the basis of spot rate. Okay. What is forward rate? Simply spot rate plus premium. Or if there is a discount, then forward rate is nothing but the spot rate minus discount. Very, very easy, right? And based on that, we have to solve the numerical. See, forward value of a home currency is more than that being quoted for the spot. Then it is said to be at a premium. Means what? See, if a forward value of a home currency is more than the spot quoted, it is called as the premium. Means what? For example, see, in spot basis means what? Day after tomorrow. Spot means what? The second working day after tomorrow. The dollar is available at 82 rupees. And after 3 months, it is available, say, at 90 rupees. So what is the premium? Premium is say 8 rupees per dollar. So forward value is nothing but the when the home currency is more than being quoted for the spot. What is the discount then? See, when home currency is cheaper on a forward date than the spot, right? Means what? Today the currency value is say 90 and after say 1 month or 3 month, right, it is available at 82 rupees. That means what? It is cheaper in the future. That's why it is called as the discount. So very simple. If the home currency is available at a more price, it is said to be at a premium. If the home currency is available at a cheaper than the spot in the future, it is called as the discount. Very simple. That means in future, if the price is more, it is simply the premium. In future, if the price is less, it is called as the discount. Right? Very simple. Remember, very simple. You have to mug up this, right? Because when we solve the numerical, at that time, these concepts are very much required. Okay. Now see, forward price of the currency. What is the forward price? So in future, what price will be there for the currency, right? So that is the forward price. Forward price of a currency against another currency can be worked out with the following factors. So how forward price can be calculated? Simply, we should know the spot price, right? Because based on the spot only you are able to calculate the forward, right? So what is the spot price of the currency involved? Then interest rate differential of the two currency, very very important, and the term, that is the period for which the price is to be worked out. That means after 1 month, after 3 months, after 4 months, that what duration your deal will be final, right? So based on that, the forward price will be decided. Very simple. The spot price will be there, the duration and the interest rate differential of the two currency. Okay. Now let's talk about the premium and discount. See, forward premium and discount, these are generally determined by the interest rate differential of the two currency and demand and supply of the currency in the future. Okay. So how premium is discounted? Premium or discount is decided simply based on the interest rate differential and the demand and supply in the future. Okay. However, the demand and supply of the currency in the future further depends on the movement of capital in normal time as well as the out of freight or the fear. That is all as the fear of capital or flight of capital. What do you mean by it? See, for example, there is war between the say India and the Pakistan. So people from the USA or other country, they will start disinvesting from India and Pakistan. That is called out of freight or the flight of capital. Status of export and import, the trade balance as also the balance of payment, the fiscal and financial status of the country, the freedom to invest, the infrastructure, the labor position, political stability, the speculative activity. So all these factors is simply determining the demand and supply of the currency. Okay, very easy. So basically, how the premium or discount is decided based on the interest rate differential and demand and supply. Okay. Now see, forward price of the currency against another currency can be worked out using the spot price, interest rate differential, and the future period. Okay. See the quotation, how currency is being quoted. So when currency is quoted, it is done in relation to the another currency so that the value of one currency is reflected through the value of another. Means what? Meaning is very simple. See here. See, when the currency is quoted like a USD to JPY 119.5. So the currency at the left side is called the base currency. The currency at the right side, we call it as a quote or the counter currency. See here. The currency to the left side of the slash, we will call it as a base currency, also called as the domestic currency, right? If we take the currency on the right side, it is called as the quote or the counter currency, right? So for example, if I write like that, USD slash JPY, then left side will be your obviously base currency, right side will be your quote or the counter currency. What is meaning? Meaning is very simple. That means what? $1 is available at a 119.5 for the, that means you purchase $1 at 119.50 for a Japanese yen. That means to purchase $1, you have to pay 119.5 Japanese yen. That means simply to buy $1, you have to pay 119.5 Japanese yen. So remember here, left side is always the base currency and right side is called as the counter currency or the quote. Okay. Now see, there are two type of quotes. One is a direct quote and another is the indirect quote. So indirect quote is nothing but the reciprocal of the direct quote. So direct quote can be the reciprocal of indirect quote. Very simple, right? Direct is nothing but the 1 upon indirect, or indirect is nothing but the 1 upon direct, right? Very simple basic mathematics. Now see in detail, what is a direct quotation? So direct quotation means simply directly you are asking, right? Directly. For example, see here, foreign currency is fixed and local currency is variable. Meaningly what? $1 is available at 82 Indian rupees. Directly you are asking. See, meaning is, you have to understand meaning. Direct means what? Directly you have to purchase the foreign currency. Assume that you have to purchase a dollar. So directly you are asking $1, how much rupees should I pay? Directly you are asking, right? So it is the direct quote. So in that case, very simple. The foreign currency is fixed. So $1 you are purchasing, so one is fixed. Foreign currency is fixed. However, local currency is variable. So for $1, how much you are paying? 82 Indian rupees, right? So that means you are asking the foreign currency which is fixed. However, the local currency is variable, right? Next is the indirect quote. So indirectly you are asking, right? So very simple. See here, just it is vice versa. Local currency is fixed and foreign currency is variable. That means you simply say, indirectly you are saying, I am having 100 rupees. How much you are giving me the dollar, right? You are directly asking here, I am $1 I have to purchase. How much should I pay? In case of indirectly, you are having, I am having 100 rupees. How much dollar you me give? Right? So you are asking indirectly. So in that case, for 100 rupees, you can able to purchase 1.21 of the US dollar, right? So this is the local currency here. It is fixed, say rupees, and the foreign currency, it is a variable, right? So indirect quotation is also called as the foreign currency quotation. So you simply remember, it is very, very important for exam point of view again. Direct quotation is $1 is available at 82 rupees. Indirectly, we are having 100 rupees. You can only offer 1.21 US dollars. Like that you have to remember, okay? So maximum times in the examination, the problems will be only based on the direct quotation, okay? So do not worry about the indirect quotation. India also currently following the direct quotation method. So see some history here. The direct quotation was a prevalent till 1966, means India is using direct quotation till 1966. But in 1966, India switched to the indirect quotation. Why? Because in 1996, India has done the rupee devaluation. In that time, India switched to the indirect quotation. Then again, effective from August 1993, India switched back again to the direct quotation, still which we are using currently. Okay, so only this is for just understanding purpose. See, India currently using the direct quotation method. Okay. Now see the question. Forex in India using direct quote for say USD INR is quoted for rupees 85.6 and 85.75. Then first $1 can be sold at 85.7. 1 rupee can be bought at 85.6. $3 can be bought at this, or $1 can be bought at 85.6. So which is correct? So see the solution part. See here. It is very important to understand. See, always remember, when this is the quote available, in that case, this is the buying price and this is the selling price, right? This is the buying price and this is the selling price in case of direct quotation. Now see, $1 can be sold at 85.75. So it is selling price. So this is the selling price for whom? You as a seller. But the person who want to buy will buy at this point, right? So $1 can be sold at this. No. When we are selling, we expect the more price. However, the opposite party should give that price to us, right? That means we have to consider that. So this is wrong statement. $1 cannot be sold at this because this is the selling price. But the seller must able to, or the buyer must able to buy that. So only buyer is able to buy at a lower price. So lower price must be there. Okay. So this is a wrong statement. So see, through example solution, you will get idea. $1 can be sold at 85.75. So this is incorrect. Why? Because a person selling dollar who receives the dealer's bid price, that is buying price, which is 85.6. See, you want to sell at a high, but person in opposite that must be able to pay. So his paying capacity is 85.6. So $1 cannot be sold at 85.6. It can be sold at the price which opposite party is able to buy. $1, 1 rupee can be bought at 85.6. So it is wrong. It is mentioned wrong itself. So right, how can you purchase a rupee at $85.6? So just it is reversely stated here. So the code is simply buying and selling USD. So price is not in INR. Price is given in INR and not in USD. So it is wrong. So $3 can be bought at a 257.25. So it is a correct statement. How? See, to buy this, how much? This is the buying price, this is selling price. But you are trying to what? You are trying to $3 you are buying. So which price you will quote? You wish to buy this, but the opposite party is selling at this. So this price you have to consider for buying. Seller's price you have to consider for buying, simply, right? So this simply multiply by 3. So you will get 257.25. So C will be your correct option, right? $1 can be bought 85.6. So see, 85.6 is the buying price, right? It is buying price. So whether we are able to buy at a price which is lowest? No, we are able to buy. See, we are forcefully trying to buy. So we have to buy the price at which seller wish to sell, right? So it is wrong. Here must be the 85.75. Okay. So C is correct. Now see, bid and the offer rate. What do you mean by bid rate and the offer rate? Simply remember one thing. Bid price is the price at which the buyer is willing to pay, and ask price is the price at which seller is willing to sell. The difference between bid and ask price is called as the spread. Very simple. Remember, B for bid and B for bid and B for buy, right? So in that way, you remember. Bid price means simply buying price. Ask means simply selling price, or also called as the offer rate, also called as the offer rate. Okay. Now see, buying rate and the selling rate are also referred as the bid rate and the offer rate. So simply, bid means buying, selling means offer. Very simple, one line. Now see, through example, USD INR is quoted as a 101.15 and 101.20. What is the bid rate? Bid rate is the lowest rate which is you try to buy. That is 101.15. What is the offer rate? That should be 101.2000. Right? Very simple. The difference between two, that is what? The spread. So here 0.15 minus 0.20, it will be 0.05. So that is what 5 PIP. Sometimes PIP is also called as the percentage in point, or sometimes it is called as the BIS, basis, right? BPS, basis points. So the difference between the bid and the ask price is simply called as the spread. Very simple, right? So meaning you have to understand, B for buying, B for bid, B for bid, B for buying. In that way you remember. Okay. Now see the question. Bank has quoted the USD INR as 88.1 and 88.75. So in this example, which type of quotation is direct or indirect? So see, when the foreign currency is fixed and Indian currency is variable, at that time we can say that it is the direct quotation, right? So answer is direct quotation. Now what is the spread? See, so what is spread? Simply see, 88 is common, so simply ignore that. Right? Simply 7500 minus 1000, right? You will get 65. Okay, so you can also eliminate the 0, because after decimal, how much 0 you apply? No meaning, right? So 0.75 minus 0.10. So 65 will be your BPS, means basis point, 65 BPS, or you can also write this PIP, percentage in point. Okay, so answer will be 65. Now what is floating and fixed rate? Very easy. See, fixed means fixed by RBI. So fixed exchange rate is the rate set by the monetary authority. So who is a monetary authority? Say RBI. Okay. So simply RBI say 8% will be the rate of interest. So it is fixed rate of exchange. Okay. So previously RBI was doing that. Right now RBI is not doing that. Okay. So fixed exchange rate means what? So $1. So you have to purchase rupee. So for example, you give me 100 yen. Okay, Japanese yen. So this is decided by RBI itself. So no, I think in the world, very less countries are using that. Okay, almost every country switched to the floating rate exchange. So fixed rate exchange is very simple, where RBI or a monetary authority decide the rate for currency exchange. Generally, it is paged to the one or more currency. Paged means what? It is linked. Paged means considering the different currencies, we will decide the value of our currency like that. Okay. Now, under the floating exchange rate, the methodology, the value of the currency is decided based on the inflation differential between the currency and demand and supply factor of the particular currency. So basically, simply based on what is the demand and supply, the rate will fluctuate. That is called the floating exchange rate. Floating means simply fluctuating. Okay. Now see, what is a percent versus per mile? See, percent is very common. Percentage is a proportion of per 100. We know 1% means you got 1 mark out of 100, right? Very simple. It is a 1 part in every 100. However, per mile is simply per 1000. Means what? You say 1 mile means what? 1 out of 1000, right? So 1 per mile is nothing but the 1 part in every 1000, such as rupee 1 per 1000 rupees. Very simple. Percent means what? 1 upon 100, that is percentage. And per mile is simply 1 upon 1000, that is simply the per mile. Okay. Now further, what is arbitrage? See, arbitrage consists of a simultaneous buying and selling of a commodity or the currency in two or more markets to take the advantage of the temporary discrepancy in the prices. What do you mean by it? See, for example, there are two markets. One is the USA and second is say the Hong Kong. So in the USA, dollar is say available at 82 rupees. In Hong Kong, dollar is say available at 80 rupees. So you are sitting in India. What do? You notice that. What do? You will purchase from Hong Kong and you will sell it at in USA. So 2 rupees per dollar you are earning sitting in the India itself. So simultaneously you are buying and selling to get the price discrepancy as advantage. Okay, this is the arbitrage. So a transaction between two center, it is called a simple or a direct arbitrage. That means only two countries are involved. Say USA and Hong Kong, only two countries are involved. If you are dealing in multiple countries in that time, right? Such a things called as the compound or the 3 or more point arbitrage. So when additional centers are involved, the exchange operation is called the compound or the 3 or more point arbitrage. It requires a high degree of technical skill because you have to deal with multiple market at simultaneously. So it requires higher skill. Now see, question, which of the following refer to the simultaneous buying and selling of a commodity or a currency in two or more market to take the advantage of the temporary discrepancy in the prices? So correct option is obviously the arbitrage we just discussed, right? Now see, fill in the blanks. Main factor affecting the exchange rate, these are technical, dash and the speculation. So we'll in the beginning itself, there are some technical factor, there are some speculation, and there are fundamental factors also, right? So answer is fundamental factor. Okay. Now see, second, a spot contract. In case of spot contract, a settlement of the fund takes place on dash working day following the date of contract. Spot means what? Spot means second working day. Spot means simply second working day, right? So answer is second working day. If the currency is a costlier in forward, it is said to be at a premium, means in future more price, so it is premium. If the forward value of a currency is cheaper, the currency is said to be at discount, it is at discount. The date of settlement of the fund is also called as the value date. It is also called as the value date. The rate at which the quoting party is ready to buy is called as the bid rate. Buying rate is called as the bid rate, and the party willing to sell is called as the offer rate. It is called as the offer rate or selling rate, right? Or ask rate. Okay, remember here they're asking ready to buy, B for buy, B for bid, B for bid. Okay. Now see the cross rate mechanism. So what is the cross rate? See, you are in India. You have to purchase, for example, say Japanese yen, right? But you don't have the quote directly available. How much Indian rupee you should pay to buy the Japanese yen? But you are having the quote like India to dollar. You are having Indian rupees to dollar, right? And you are having dollar to yen also. So using that two, you can calculate the India to Japanese yen, right? So rupee to yen you want, right? But you don't have direct quotation. You are having the Indian rupee to dollar, and you are having dollar to the Japanese yen. So based on that, you can calculate the rupee to yen, right? So simply when we have to deal in the market, where the rate of a particular currency pair is not directly available, such a price for the said currency is a pair so obtained indirectly with the help of the cross rate mechanism. So here you have to only understand the meaning. We have to solve the problem based on the cross rate mechanism. So for that we will call it in simply the chain rule. We will call it as chain rule, right? So no need to worry. So see here, USD to INR is available and GBP to USD is available. So to get the GBP to INR, we can use the two rates, right? Simply how? You simply multiply, you will get the GBP INR. So you simply cancel this, you will get the GBP INR, right? So in that way you have to solve the numerical. Here is just a concept for your understanding. When we solve the numerical, at the time you will get the concept how to solve and how to get that cross rate deal. That we will call it as a chain rule. Okay. Next is what some questions here. Under direct quotation, what is the maxim for trading? Always remember, when we are using the direct quotation and indirect quotation, in case of the indirect, they are asking, right? Indirect. In case of direct, quotation is what? Buy low, sell high. The quotation is buy low, sell high. But in case of indirect, just the reverse. Buy high, sell low. Remember, very, very important for exam point of view, right? So indirect quotation, what is the maxim for trading? Buy high and sell low, right? So under indirect quotation, the principle is buy low, buy high and sell low. However, in case of a direct quotation, what is the principle? Buy low, sell high. You should remember at least for a direct. So indirect, you can just reverse it. See, the interbank market, the bank A quote the following rate to bank B. For what is the rate? USD INR, they have given 82.1 and 16. This indicate that what it is indicating. See, bank A will buy the dollar from bank B. So A has quoted, right? So A has quoted to buy. So A will buy from bank B at 82.10. Because see, in case of the quotation, when the quoting bank is mentioned, that means the first price is called the buying price and second price is called the selling price, right? So answer will be that. So the quotation given by A. So in the perspective of A will try to buy at a lower price, which is the here it must be 82.10. So option A will be correct. Okay. Which of the following currencies is not a part of the basket of currency for the dollar index? Now understand here first what is dollar index. See, The USDX called as the dollar index is used to measure the value, state or the strength of the dollar against the basket of 6 currency. So in the USDX, there are 6 currencies in the basket called as the euro, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen, the Canadian dollar, the British pound, and the Swedish kroner. Right? These are the 6 currency into the DX. That is what the US dollar index. So out of the above mentioned, the Singapore dollar is not a component of the basket. So you have to mark option C. Right? So remember, which are the 6 currency in the US index basket? Remember, euro is there, Swiss franc is there, Japanese yen is there, Canadian dollar is there, British pound, and the Swedish kroner. Okay. However, Singapore dollar is not a part, so you have to select the C option. Okay. Next, so friends, here we will stop. You can subscribe us on the YouTube. We are having the Android application. This is the name of Android application. You can just go to the Play Store. You can download the application where you can get the full course for the CIB. Thank you, friends.